Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. As always, I'm going to give you guys a minute or two, probably just a minute. I know it's a holiday, but for guys who are tuning in and the people who are going to watch this later, thank you for tuning in. I hope everyone had an awesome holiday weekend. And if you're working, I'm sure it was like a nice long weekend. It'll be exciting, fun. Guys, always give me a big fat thumbs up if you can actually hear my audio. If it's clear, let me know. I'll appreciate it as you come into the room, as I situate myself. Okay. Better. Just about a few more seconds. So guys, let's get into this. Guys, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. This is your first time actually visiting my platform, coming onto my channel. My name is Finda. Hi. And I'm your empowered guide in business, fitness, and fragrance. And today's topic is all about wellness and why I chose wellness. Before I even get into that, I see that my channel is growing on YouTube. I'm so excited. I'm super excited that I literally I'm gaining new subscribers almost like every day. And with every new content I actually drop, I have new subscribers. I'm incredibly grateful for that. Thank you guys so much for the new subscribers. And if you've yet to subscribe, please feel free to click that subscribe button. And also, guys, don't forget, if you really find massive value in my content, be sure to actually share this. Now, sharing it is a lot more than actually just liking and commenting. I do appreciate that, but sharing it gets to make my whole message, I would say my whole reason why I'm doing my empowered purpose, it gets to make it even stronger because more people get to hear the message and they actually get to tap into what makes them empowered, and they actually, vice versa. Like, that whole Coca-Cola chain I've been talking about for the whole year, how you just want to be able to empower people over and over and over and just to inspire people. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm incredibly blessed to have this platform. I believe I mentioned maybe I mentioned the last video that I was in, that about a year ago, maybe less than a year ago, in October of 2023, I only had 68 subscribers, like 68. And almost a year later, it'll be a year practically, next month, we're now in September, almost a year later, I'm almost at 300 subscribers, because there was a time where actually I wasn't posting much about I would say maybe like 4 years ago. But I am truly grateful where I am. I'm truly just thankful. It really just shows that I am really adding so much value to people. And that makes me feel so incredibly blessed that I've been put on this platform to empower and inspire you guys. So guys, without further ado, today's topic, it's wellness. Why wellness? In a way, I feel like I didn't choose wellness. I feel like it actually chose me. Like in hip hop, I didn't choose the game chose me. So I literally feel like wellness chose me like years ago, since I was like maybe a teenager at 14. I just had this thing where I wanted to start eating healthier. That was my whole thing. And actually, before I even get into that topic, I'm going to digress for a bit. This was actually supposed to be last Friday. I'm literally going to digress. This was supposed to be last Friday. I completely forgot to mention the reason why I'm doing it today is because my family and I, we all kind of felt we had a cold, literally had a cold. Our son had a cold. I was second. My love was third. He's last. My son says to me, "Oh, mommy, I was first. You were second. Now daddy's third." So now daddy's recovering and I'm completely fine now. But, I could not get myself together on Friday to make this awesome for you guys. So, but it's all good. I'm here on a Monday and you guys are here with me. So anyway, so it's all good. So now I'm back. So anyway, so how this journey started with wellness. Wellness was literally, it's just something that actually just kind of spoke to me. I remember when my mom started cooking healthier dishes for my dad because he had like a mild heart attack in the 90s. I wanted to also start eating healthier. So I just kind of took to it since I was 14. You would think that your average 14-year-old is like not really thinking about what they're eating or thinking about exercising. I was very different when it came to that aspect of it. I was constantly trying to make sure that I ate better. I constantly trying to make sure that I worked out. At the time, it wasn't more just for like internal, what we're going to go over today. At the time, it was more for just like a physical appeal, physical attraction. But since then, now like 14 to like in my 40s, it's a whole difference exactly what wellness actually covers, the whole spectrum. That's why I actually chose to speak more and actually, have my platform be more about wellness when it comes to empowered. You would see the topic or the word empowered all over the internet, right? You would see it anywhere from like real estate. People wanted to empower you to get, your home, to learn more about how to get your dream home, or from finances. People wanted to empower your finances. So my thing is that that's all good and it's completely great. Very, very great in all that it is. But I feel like you can do all of that. But if your nest, which is your body, which is your soul, this like massive body that's carrying this massive thing called your spirit, if this is not balanced, if it's off key, what's the purpose of actually, doing all those other things that are going to empower you? That's why I love that my reason for actually doing empowered is through wellness. That's one of the reasons why you have to take care of you first, then everything else around you. It's like the whole airplane effect, right? If the airplane is going down, first, exactly, who do you take care of? Your loved ones or yourself? You have to take care of yourself first, and then you take care of them. So you have to take care of you, and then you can actually take care of everything else on the outside. So that's why my empowered journey covers wellness, because wellness in your physical being is everything. It makes for better doctor checkups. It makes for you being able to hang out with your spouse, for you having a great time with family. It makes for you actually just having more stamina, just being with. I love hanging out with my son at the playground. Love it. I'm usually the only parent on the monkey bars, or playing with them. Sometimes I even have a couple of the kids actually would join us, and I love that so much because it gives me so much more just like longevity, and just like, of course, the youth appeal actually is like that icing on the cake. But I'm just really grateful that that's what wellness covers. And today I'm going to cover three of them. I made a video, actually, there was a series back in April, and it was called The Six Dimensions of Wellness. You can check that out. I'm only going to talk about three of them today. So please check out the Six Dimensions of Wellness playlist. It actually covers all six. But today is definitely going to be three. So, you guys, are you ready for this? This is going to be very exciting. So, as I said, so the first thing about wellness, as I just mentioned, it is physical, of course, right? When you think of wellness, you think of physical well-being. So you think of, exercise. And it covers three aspects. And one I have not been doing really well, but I have actually been making it a point to make sure I do it. So I eat well. And then you have your exercise. And the third one is also making sure you sleep. Sometimes I will get like 4 hours of sleep, but 5 hours of sleep. And I know that's really not conducive and it's not sustainable. So I've actually been forcing myself to make sure that I'm getting at least 7 hours of sleep, and it's made a world of a difference, like much more in my mental state. There's clarity, and I'm more relaxed. I'm not so like all over the place mentally, because one of the things about me in my head, I'm usually all over the place mentally. But sleeping has really, really helped me kind of just pull my body together. I can do you have to make sure that if you're working out and you're eating right, you also have to make sure that you're sleeping. I was not doing that at all. So when it comes to the first aspect of wellness, is definitely physical. So physical, making sure that you're doing your exercise. As long as you're eating, people actually ask me, how much exercise is enough? If you're eating, those are calories. So calories in versus calories out. So if you're taking in all the calories, which actually means energy, if you're taking any energy in, you need to burn that energy. So if you're eating, you at least make sure that you're working out every day. I would say maybe 5 times a week for 30 minutes a day. Like active, we can go for a walk. You can actually, if you're not a runner, you can go for a walk. You can actually play any kind of sport that you like to play. Just make sure you're physically active. Like even if you are at home and you're cleaning on the weekends, you're doing laundry, or sometimes when it comes to yard work or whatever kind of work, as long as you're moving your body, you're not sitting down stagnant in one area. You literally are doing something active. So active is very, very important for you to actually be physical active when it comes to our bodies moving. Because when our bodies really don't move for us, it's really not the best at all. Give you an example. Have you ever been depressed? I'm sure all of us have felt, anxiety or depression here and there. When you're depressed, your body's like that, right? You don't want to get out of bed. You feel terrible about everything else. And also, when you have anxiety, you're constantly overthinking. You're thinking about things that are not even here yet. So, but when you exercise, you actually let your body flow. So when you're letting your body flow, you also get creativity to flow through. So exercise is literally, it's almost like a medicine. So when the more you exercise, the more you actually are letting that creativity flow through you. And it also does help you prevent those things like anxiety and depression. So that's definitely a key when it comes to that part of physical aspect. And the other part, which is one of my favorites that I cover, which is nutrition. You are what you eat. So important when it comes to eating well. You can do the exercise, but what you eat is literally 80%. As I said before, if you're familiar with my content, your body is all a math, right? 100%. So it's 10% genetics, 10% is exercise, and the 80% it's literally what you eat. So you have to be more mindful on what you're taking in, and that's something too that I'm fortunate that I've been doing that for years. But there's always improvement. I'm always improving myself so I can be better at each stage in my life and better at just each part now, being a younger mommy of a young child. So I'm really grateful for that. So you have to be very mindful of the things that you eat, and it literally kind of all coincides. It ties up. You would see exactly in the third one that I'm doing when it comes to mental wellness. When you are eating well, you are thinking properly, you're thinking clearly, you feel better, you just feel good, and you actually do things that are much more better for you when you're eating well. So eating is actually one of the biggest parts when it comes to your physical wellness. And as I said, the last one is sleep. Sleeping, it all depends on our schedules. I know not all of us can actually get about 8 hours of sleep at night. And I have clients that actually will tell me sometimes they sleep for 9 hours. I'm like, whoa, you go, girl. That's amazing. But now I'm getting about 7 hours, and I feel like I'm waking up like I'm floating on a cloud now, as opposed to just kind of functioning and going on fumes sometimes on 5 hours, which was not the best for me at all. I feel like sometimes that's probably why I got sick, because I was so focused. I was so like burning fumes on both sides. So, but now that I'm actually really kind of pulling back and doing the 7 hours, it's a world of a difference. So when you actually are working out and then you are eating properly, you're getting the right sleep, your body is thanking you. Your body's literally thanking you. You're giving your body that rest. There's a reason why we have to sleep. We need to actually do a lot of recovering. Our body needs to actually do a lot of recovering at night from all the things that we actually did. We need to, that the sleeping part is the most important part when it comes to it. It's very important. They're all tied in together. Have you ever tried not sleeping for 24 hours and see exactly what you feel like? You feel terrible. You can't do it at all. That's why it literally is, it's almost like you drank alcohol. So you have to make sure that you are sleeping properly, sleep right, and you have to make sure that you're eating the right foods. You also have to make sure that you're getting in that 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Even if you have to go out for a walk, or if you have a dog or whatever it is, you have friends, family, just go for a walk and do something fun. And if you want to take it up a notch, like, hit some weights or just go whatever it is that it is you do, just make sure you actually move your body. And at the end, trust me, like your body will literally thank you when you actually do all those three things together when it comes to physical wellness. Guys, if you guys are joining me, my name is Finda. I am your empowered guide in business, fitness, and fragrance. Please let me know how you're finding this content. Give me a big fat thumbs up. Comment down below also. And if you guys are checking this content out later, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So now I am on the second thing that we're covering today regarding wellness. As I said, I did 6. Check out those 6. I have a playlist called Dimensions of Wellness. Today, we're only going to talk about 3. And the second one, which is something that I did not know, I literally am new to it. I would say pretty young to it, being in my 40s, when it comes to mental wellness. Mental wellness, it's so imperative. Literally, it's so imperative. It's all about, what are you reading? What are you listening to? And exactly, like, what are you consuming? Like, all those things when it comes to mental wellness. There's a quote that I heard. It says, pay attention to what you're paying attention to. Because all the things, if you are paying attention to nothing but like garbage, like things you're watching on television, or things that actually show you nothing but chaotic things around the world, your whole world is going to be chaotic. You're going to be tormented. And that actually, even it affects your sleep too as well. So everything is really connected when it comes to the human body. So when it comes to wellness, the mental wellness, I started reading about 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. And I do it now where I listen to audiobooks where I will read anything from books about entrepreneurship, anything from books right now as I'm going through things for nutrition. And I would read anything for about 30 minutes a day. Sometimes I have to catch up on my reading because I have other things that actually my schedule can be so full. But literally, you have to be careful to what you're paying attention to. And if you want to know what you're paying attention to, see exactly like the people around you or people that you don't even know, exactly what it is that they're watching and see exactly if you guys have those things in common. If you feel like, they're watching something where I feel like I should not be watching, so you should know that you maybe should actually just change your game, like up your game a little bit. I used to do that. I used to be like a massive fan of the housewife shows, like reality show housewives. I spend hours watching anything from Beverly Hills, from I would say from New York. I spent all that time watching it. And I remember spending so much time watching it and justifying, oh, they're successful women, so I'm going to watch, they're like these empowered women. No, it was a lot of drama. It was a lot of nonsense that I gave my energy to. So now that I look back at it, now if I sit down to watch it, I'm not interested at all, because the more I read, the more I'm actually gaining more knowledge. So you will know like the things that you liked when you were probably like in your 30s, or maybe if you're in your 40s now, if you're older, the things that you liked back then, you don't like them anymore. That's called mental growth though. Because so when you are growing, you're no longer in that same place. So the things I liked then, like I can't even watch a reality show now because it's just not my cup of tea anymore. I spend a lot more time to things that are going to help serve me, so that I can literally grow. So I'm so addicted to the growth process. So that's what I literally spend time. So make sure that you're watching what you are watching. Double entendre, what you are watching, and make sure you pay attention to what you are listening to, and also the people who are around you. All of those things are key factors. Sometimes we can't help to be around people who are not just like us mentally, but sometimes it's okay. We can actually help pour things into them too as well. But you want to be able to make sure that you are literally protecting your mental health, because mental health is one of the things where that people really don't take better care of, people really don't look at. Rather, when you take care of your mental health, when you're resting and you're doing all those other things, and then you also are reading great books, your mental health is completely it just kind of grows. It literally grows. It took me years for me to realize that your IQ can improve. If you guys are familiar with my story, you know that I'm dyslexic. So I was diagnosed at age that I think I was like 21 years of age when I was diagnosed. But I was incredibly grateful that I was diagnosed, because for the longest time, I actually just thought that, oh my God, Finda, you're just a moron. But far from that. So the woman that I was about 20 something years ago to the woman I am today, the way I actually spend my time constantly growing, and the people I spend my time around and implementing. And even when I'm not going out, when I'm hanging out with my love, the way we actually just help each other learn in areas we need to learn, or the things that the podcast we give our attention to, a world of a difference. I would think like the woman I am today compared to the 21-year-old person, I'm like a genius practically, to the, not to toot my own horn, but that also is something that can happen for you. Like you literally want to spend your time making sure that you are growing, so you can actually make sure that your mental health is completely taken care of, because that's incredibly important. So now winding it down to the third thing when it comes to wellness, which is something that I would say that my family and I literally started doing this amazing practice, and this is called spiritual wellness. So I'm a PK. My father was a retired minister. Before he passed away, he was a minister for about 50 something years. He literally kind of devoted his whole life to God, but he was an amazing man. I used to think that my dad was so powerful. Like literally when he prayed, it was like direct phone call to God. Literally amazing things would happen. So he literally inspired me a lot. So my love and I, we have his Bible that he was ordained in about 50 something years ago. When he passed away, he gave it to me. So one of the things that we do for our spiritual wellness, and I'm not sure if you guys are Christians. If you're not, that's completely cool with me. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying it's so important for spiritual wellness for you to have a higher power, believe in a higher power, turn to something. Think about it. Like today, when we have the economy is completely, it's terrible. Like housing, food, everything is so sky high. Imagine doing that by yourself and not having someone to turn to ask for help. Like you can ask for family, that's great too, but also just like turning to a higher power to give you that fullness and that stillness, like I'm with you. You feel lost. And I feel like a lot of people feel lost without their spiritual foundation, spiritual wellness. And what we do And this was all, thanks to my love, he brought this idea to me that we should actually start our day off by giving 10% to God. So we literally pray 10%, like first thing in the morning, either before my workout or after my workout. Him and I will pray, and our son will sometime join us. So we'll pray, to guide us through the day. And then at the evening, in the evening before we go to bed, we literally will close our day off with prayer. So my family literally is covered in prayer because we literally walk with prayer, in prayer. Because at the end of the day, I am a huge believer in God, because the most amazing things have happened to me because I pray. So that's why my spiritual wellness is completely important to me. And it's very important for you to actually find, some people actually will find their spiritual wellness in yoga or whatever faith that you practice. But as long as you have a higher power, we all are created by one God at the end of the day. But if you have a higher power that you are looking to, it's so important for you to actually feel guided. Because if when you're guided, it actually makes you feel you can breathe easily. You can breathe easily because you know that deep down that it might suck right now, but that voice, that still voice, is actually going to guide you throughout your day, and you know everything's going to be okay. So, guys, in closing, thank you guys so much. Let me catch up where I am here. Thank you guys so much. Wrapping up, I'm still wearing the crop tops. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to keep these crop tops. I'm going to update the crop tops. I kind of, get you guys your opinions, exactly what you guys will like to have, either a crop top or a t-shirt. I'll bring that in the fall, just kind of give you guys a little bit more input regarding what you like to wear when it comes to empowered. But anyway, that being said, my nutrition program, if you guys are interested in actually getting a free consultation with me, it's one-on-one. It's about 30 to 35 minutes, and I kind of go into details exactly what your body is like, and also I give your body type, and also I can see what your lifestyle is like, and I create a custom meal plan based for you. I literally go through the whole nuts and bolts for you. And literally the one thing that my clients really love about my program is the accountability check-ins. I literally check in on my clients Monday through Saturday, based on their request time, whatever it is that they need for the whole time they're working with me. You can either work, there's a 3 months, or you can work 6 months. It's all completely up to you. So you can find that link down below. And that's something where I'm currently still taking new clients just for a little bit. But guys, I'm just really thankful. Coming up in this month is September, I have a whole new playlist, a whole new series coming up, and I'm so excited for it. It's actually called People That Are Making an Impact in Their Industry. I have a doctor from my hometown in West Africa who's actually going to come on, and they have a fantastic channel on YouTube. It's all about making Africans well. So I have another woman coming back on. She wrote a children's book. I had her before. So guys, I have so many amazing things coming up for you guys this fall, and I'm so incredibly grateful for all the opportunities that I have. And I'm just so incredibly grateful that you guys get to tune in whenever I do these things, and you guys get to tune in even after, and just for the support and everything else that you guys actually are just pouring into me, the likes, the comments, and the shares, and the subscribers. Guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't have a Monday motivation today, but I'll definitely come back next week with a Monday motivation. Sometimes I'll have at least I do 2 videos a week. You have a Monday motivation, then you'll actually have whatever the video is, the topic is that I'm covering. And in the end of the month, you will have my live. So September is just like a win-win for you guys. So you guys get a live the beginning of September and at the end of September too. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please put them down below. Thank you, thank you, thank you guys for just sharing and rocking out with me. I am truly grateful. And guys, I'm so thankful. Let me know, guys, how are you guys spending your time to empower other people? How are you guys really spending the little time that we have on earth? Because no one knows, tomorrow's not guaranteed. What are you doing to make sure that you are inspiring and empowering other people so they can say, man, like if she can do that, I can do it too. Guys, thank you. As always, don't forget that power moves to keep moving.